So in this video I will show you how to play Sons of Northern Darkness by Immortal. The song is in D standard, so let's start with the first riff that sounds like this. It starts with a chugging on the low E string, and I believe it's like 6. I'm not sure how many times I play it, but that's the feeling you go for, and that's on the 7th fret on the A string and 5th fret on the D string. So it's sort of like an inverted power chord. Some people play it like 3 times. If you can't play it up to speed, you can start with that. And then, after you've done that a couple of times, then you go to this chord. So it's 10th fret on the low E, 8th fret on the A string, and then 7th fret on the D string. So from the top, back to the and then we go to this chord. So it's basically the 5th fret on the E and the A string, and then the 4th fret on the D string. And then we're going to move our pinky to the 5th fret on the D string, so it's like this. And when you put the pinky on the D string, I only play the A and D string. You could play it all, but I think it sounds more clean when you only play. So you're dropping out the low E when you're adding the pinky. So from the top, it's like this. And then there's a little pause when it starts chugging again with the... So just listen to the song to get the timing correct on that. That was played incorrectly, but so from the top again, so I can remember the whole riff. So basically you're playing the riff 2 times through, but the ending's different. The first time it's this. That part we did, and then the second time it's the same shape as this. So it's the 4th fret on the D string, 5th fret on the A string, and 7th fret on the low E. So it's 4, 5, 7. And then on the last time I play it, you can play it twice, or I believe in the video that I did, I only played. But you can also hit it twice. Doesn't really matter, just do whatever sounds good to you. And after that we get into the like main verse riff, which is this. Played it wrong there, so it goes like, or very sloppy, so it goes like this. So it's basically the 7th fret on, so you're still chugging on the low E, and then it's 7 on the A string, 5th fret on the D string, and then you add the 9th fret of the G string. And you're playing it like 3 times. Or is it 4? Maybe it's 4? No, 3, so... And then you slide 1 whole step up, so you're on the 9, 7, and 11th fret. So it's the same shape, just slide it up. And then you... let's see... You're arpeggiating those chords. I'll have to play the riff to remember how it goes. Yeah, so you start from the bottom, up, slide 1/2 step up, so to the next fret, and then you go. So you're playing it up all the way 1 time, and then the 2 highest strings again. And then you go back to playing the basically this same riff, but now you play it 3 times, and then there'll be a shorter, just 1 on the first chord. I'll play it slowly, so it's like this. And through the whole song, it's basically 3 times on the first go. And then you play it 3 times for the first one. And then they're going to be short. And that pattern repeats throughout the whole song. So it's 3 times first. Now it's short. Back to 3 times. And then you play that chord. So that's the 4th fret, 6th fret, and 6th fret on the starting on the low E. Basically a normal power chord. So I can play that whole riff section. So it's 3 times on the first, and then you'll get it. So that's the second part of the song, the second riff, basically the verse. And then you get into the next part, which starts on the 7th fret of the A string and the 9th fret on the D string. So it's a little tricky to get the timing in the beginning, but it basically goes fast. And then it's... So you're hitting the string 3 times. 1 time first, then a pause, and then 2 times. And then you're going to the 7th fret and the 8th fret. Really dissonant sounding, so... And then it's the same chugging pattern. And then we go back to this chord that we started the song on, basically. The 7th fret of the A string and the 5th fret of the D string. So that from the start of that riff. And then on the last chugging part here, you're going 3 times. Or is it 4? Okay, so it's 4 time on the last one. And then we just move this shape 1 note. So it's the 7th fret of the low E and the 5th fret of the A string. And you're going to hold this shape and your pinky is going to do all the work here. So it's... And the next is on, put your pinky on the 9th fret of the A string. And then it's going to slide to the 8th fret. And on the first time we're going back to this. But you're playing it with the tremolo picking. So I'll try to play it slowly from the beginning of this riff. Sorry. So the first time you're playing the whole melody like this, going back to that, and the second time you're playing stopping on this, on the 7th and 8th fret. And then that repeats. Or the first time it doesn't repeat, I just believe it plays it like that. And then the next riff, or part of the song, is the more epic sounding riff. So you're starting on the 3rd fret of the low E, and then the 2nd on the A, and then the 5th on the D string. And then you're going to play this. So it's on the 2nd fret of the low E and the A string, and then the 4th fret of the D. And then we have a normal power chord on the A and D string on the 5th and 7th fret. But you can add the low E. And then you slide it up to the 7th and 9th. And when I'm going back to the slide again, I like to palm mute. So it's... maybe it's hard to hear it, but it makes a slight difference. And then you go back to the 1st chord, but now we're going to do the same shape we did here, but on the 5th fret. So it's 5th fret, 5th fret, and then 7th fret. And then we're going to the 7th and 9th fret of the A and G string. And you're also, I'm not sure if it does this, but it sounds good anyway. You can add the low E. And then slide a whole step up to the 9th and 11th fret. And then up to 10th and 12th. And then you're going to go back down the same way. So to the 9 and 11, and then 7 and 9. So that sounds like this. And then the riff starts again. And then you play that a couple of times, but then when you get to this part again, you're going to slide to the 12th and 14th fret, and then down to 11th and 13th. So it's so then you're going to go up to the 14th and 16th, I believe, and then 1/2 step up, so it's like the 15th and 17th, and then you're going back to 12, 14, and down to 11 and 13, and you're keeping that rhythm going like. And then you're going to go up again to basically back to those, but then, so what's that? That's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 19. So that part of the song is going to peak like at that. And then you go back to the riff, and then you play through that again, and you end up with the you're going to end up at this part again, and you're going to play basically this for a while, and then you end on the same, what was it, 17th and 19th? I believe that's correct. 12, this is 15, 16, 17, yeah. And then you get back to the, oh, sorry. And when you get to that part of the song, it's going to stop. There's like a pause. And it picks up again. And when you play that, you're back. Then there's the solo. I play the solo a bit differently than he does live and stuff. But the way I play it, you start on the 7th fret of the A string, and then 7, 9, and 10. And then your 1 string on the D string, the same. And then you move 1 fret up, and you play on the G string. So it's 8th, 9th, and 11th. So it goes like. Something like that, I believe, that I play. So it's that shape going down. And then you go back. So it's basically, I'm just using those notes. I believe that's what I played. And then I end on like a natural harmonic, isn't that what it's called? On the G string on the 5th fret. I believe he's actually doing some sort of, the record actually sounds like that, I believe. To me at least, but he might be doing like a pinch harmonic or somewhere around here. And then I quickly go into, this is not what he plays, this is probably the biggest difference I believe, but I play this. So it's on the It's on the G and E, on D string, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, no, 2nd fret, 4th fret, and 5th fret. Going up to the 7. Not sure if I went to the 8. So it's basically I might go to the 8, but just listen for the part. Just get that in there and the timing of that, so you can mess around with whatever like tapping you want to do. And then I do a natural harmonic on the B string, and you can add some whammy bar to that. And then you end with the tapping on the high E. So that's the 19th fret, I believe, the 12th and 15th. And then just move that up to the B string, but then you're going on the 19th and 20th fret. You're going to make it and play it a little slower, so. And then just listen to the song and you'll hear when you're going to go like the last part of the solo, go crazy on just the 20th fret. So slowly, or I'll try to play it a little slow. Something like that, and then you get back to the like verse riff. And you play that, and then you end on the you get to the end, it's basically the same riff as in the beginning. And then you end somewhere around there. So this is probably not the best lesson, but it should be enough for people to figure out how to play Sons of Northern Darkness by Immortal. I hope someone found this helpful. Thanks for watching and have a good one.